What's the beef, chief, baby? Here it is. I'm your host, Baron Marf, and I'm joined by the man, the one, the only, Angrylink. How you doing, buddy? What's going on? How do?
I'm trying to think which one to answer. What's going on? My t-shirt. That's gone on. Yeah, not a great deal really. Just obviously trying to get on by without getting too pissed off with some of the shittier moments of gaming.
So, this was more of a sort of like a what if beef, wasn't it? It was kind of like we were talking about a particular article and it kind of got a bit niggly, and then we were like, do you know what? Actually, fuck them, you know.
I mean, it's the thing is you take the salient points from the article, and they're salient points, but it's in the manner in which it's wrapped in.
Yeah.
And it's a bit obnoxious and a bit seriously, dude. Like, just, you know, that's still a fairly sensitive subject.
Yeah, so, I mean, you brought to the table an article by, basically it was an interview with Lorne Lanning, and he's the creator of Oddworld, or at least he's the president and founder of Oddworld Inhabitants.
Yeah, so obviously, they're the one who did, obviously, Oddworld, the first one, that he was going right back to the PlayStation. Obviously, a few years ago, you reset up Oddworld Inhabitants, I think, or quite a few years ago. And obviously they recently just did New and Tasty. I think that was last year, wasn't it?
So, I mean, and let's be honest, he's living off this IP, and fair play to him, as you know, it's a good IP, and it has a lot of, you can see a lot of energy and time and investment's gone into it, so you can see why you'd use it. But he's basically talking about the big N, about Nintendo, and just talking about
the Switch specifically, really, isn't it?
Yeah, what they've done with the Switch, and what that means for their gaming future. And it was all just a little bit depressing, because he was basically pointing out, like, by saying, once again, they've regurgitated their cycle of making an underpowered console, which means that developers have to effectively put a lot of time and energy into making a game which is compatible with a weaker console. Yeah. And they're still in this cycle where they're never going to be sort of like toe-to-toe with the big boys. And I was thinking, do you know what? Fuck Nintendo. They should just pull their finger out and you know, take that different investment model that Sony and Microsoft say, and say, yeah, all right, we may lose a little bit or not make as much on the consoles, but we're going to gain it back in other ways. We don't have to make loads of money on the hardware.
I kind of agree and I kind of disagree. I mean, I can appreciate the sentiment with, you know, if you want to keep parity with third-party titles and multi-platform titles, you have to. But at the same time, I kind of look at it, it's like, well, why just regurgitate the same shit out on a fucking Nintendo console?
But Nintendo could be such a powerhouse if they had the IP and the third-party titles front line and centre, chest to chest with, you know, Xbox and PlayStation. Yeah,
like you say, I think if you've got something like, say, like the Switch is on par with at least the PS4 or Xbox One, and you've got COD. Which one do you pick it for? Do you pick it on the one that, it might have 1080, proper fucking 1080p on the PS4, and it might do the PS4 Pro stuff, or the Xbox X. It might do all of that and have a bit more extra resolution, or I've got the one that I can take and sit on the train, and if, you know, there's probably some other rando on there that's got Call of Duty, we can have some fucking multiplayer whilst I'm sat on the train.
Yeah, exactly that. I mean, you don't have those, and you're not going to get those options on, really, are you, on the Switch?
I think technologically it's doable, but then you're essentially taking a gaming laptop with you.
Yeah.
And it would be a monstrous thing that would have about 3/4 an hour of the battery life.
Don't kid yourself, the Switch is nowhere near as portable as people make it out to be. It's got to be transported in its own little case.
Oh, yeah.
If you really want to enjoy the experience, you've got to take your Pro Controller with you, and also you're going to need a battery pack and somewhere to keep the wire, and you know, and it goes on, you know, stand if you want to use it comfortably, you know, second controller if you actually want to do multiplayer, you know, or, you know, as in the Switch controllers themselves.
But you don't need any of those things, though.
You don't need them, but what
apart from the battery pack, that I would say is an essential.
Yeah, but it's bare bones. You still end up doing sort of bare bones gaming, so it's difficult. But for me, I'm just a little bit niggly on the fact that I think Nintendo could be just complete. They could be like the Apple of the gaming world if they wanted to be. They could absolutely own it, and they don't, because they're sat on their Scrooge McDuck vault of cash that they won't spend to sort of just say, actually, it's a different sort of business model this year.
But then I think...
Or this cycle.
that's the reason, and they're not like Sega and flogging like Mario out in as many possible ways just to try and sort of capture some yen.
Right.
No, but that's Ubisoft saying we've got a great idea.
Yeah.
You know, they're licensing out their property, but it's not. If that doesn't do well, it's not like Nintendo gonna really be in shit street for it. Whereas like Sega at one point, you know, if this game fails, this could be the end of Sega kind of shit. It did almost get to that point for them.
It's pretty much there was Sonic this time.
Oh yeah, no, they're flogging the fucking shit out of that, and they've tried to, over the years, to repeatedly do so. I mean, I think realistically, if you look at there's probably maybe 2 or 3 IPs, Yakuza being one of them that's keeping them going.
But do you know what my biggest interest in Sonic at the moment? That figurine with the legs, which the
25th anniversary one.
That's about as much interest as I've got in that character. But I just, Nintendo should be stepping up. I think they should be going. I don't not lose what they've done. Just step up and do more.
Yeah,
they can do.
I mean, it'd be good to see. It'd be nice to see.
I mean, do you think they honestly? I mean, if we were looking at it and we were saying realistically, do you reckon they've got the technical know-how? Because they've never done it. They've never kept up round for round. They've always gone the economic route. You look at the Wii, you look at the Wii U, you can
go back to the GameCube. The
GameCube was pushing it about as much as they were willing to go. Disk drive,
Well, in terms of power, it was sort of somewhere it sort of low between.
It was close.
PS2.
It was their closest they've got to actually keeping up on par with current gen.
Xbox was the more powerful machine.
Always.
Obviously, the PlayStation 2 had a more powerful chip, but it was a complete dick to get anything out of.
Mm-hmm.
It was a complete ball ache to work on. And yeah, the GameCube somewhere was sort of in between there because it had a few little techniques that were really great. And I mean, you look at some of the GameCube games, and you're like, this can't be a GameCube game. Like this isn't as powerful as an Xbox, and you don't get games looking like this on an Xbox.
But it's the same as Nintendo do every time. They take their core IPs and they invest a lot of money in making it They understand the limitations of their hardware and they work very well within them.
Yeah. Well, they design games for the system. And I think with third parties, if they want to do well, it's opposed to going, we need to try and shoehorn this game onto that system.
So do you think they've even got the skill set in-house to be able to step up in that manner?
Well, yeah, it's just a case of pumping fucking enough money into it.
That's what I mean. It's money. It's not...
I don't think it's know-how, because, I mean, you look at the Switch and all of the R&D done on that would have been done by fucking NVIDIA.
Yeah, exactly.
In terms of chip-wise, anyway.
Yeah.
I think that is the market and the way it's going now. I mean, why would Sony go and drop fucking like $1 trillion yen into developing a new fucking emotion engine when you've got AMD and NVIDIA going toe to toe, spending thousands and thousands and man hours?
So do Nintendo have the financial clout to do it then?
Yeah. Oh god, yeah.
Then why aren't they?
I just don't think it works for Nintendo.
It's their business model. I'm not cool with it. I
mean, there is that very good point that obviously Lorne made concerning third parties, and the biggest problem with Nintendo is it does seem that it's all geared for Nintendo.
Everything's on their terms.
Yeah.
You look at how they handle all their IP, you look at YouTube, stuff like that, it's all
even
on their
terms. Even the development terms and the SKU licenses.
Super aggressive.
Yeah, but this is still why that, like, if you look at all of the major gaming companies from the 80s that did hardware, how many of them are still about? Well, basically Atari are the GTA or GTA Online of gaming hardware. They keep rising back up from the ashes. Basically, it crumbles.
But they're never successful.
And then someone buys the fucking license and the name, and they bring it back up a bit, and they attach it to some shit. That crumbles.
But it's no. At least GTA comes back and it stands proud. Where with Atari, like, who bought that now?
It's a bad analogy, I know, but it's. Well, that's something to look forward to as well. We can rip on some hardware soon.
So, I mean, all in all, to wrap up this one, on the article, it's just like I was just sitting there thinking, do you know what, Nintendo are holding back what they could be doing. I know it's a different business model. I know that's their bag and all that shit, but it doesn't have to be. And things are changing. Times they are ever changing. Why don't they just do something? Why don't they step up and go, actually, here's Super Mario here's Mario Kart, 4K, big dick, whammy, 12 teraflops. Here's my Nintendo flop. Boom! And guess what? This console's £400. Deal with it.
I think that's the thing, though, isn't it? It's the price points. I mean,
It's
to go
not
back
kids
to
gaming.
it's to sort of go back to they could be the Apple, blah blah blah. But I don't know. I kind of I'm glad that they're not, because it's his one little silly USP. Here's a reason to go and drop another £700.
But they've got so many great IPs. They could just imagine if I said to you Mario Kart 8 right now looks great on the Switch. Imagine what they could do if it was 4K with as much power as they like.
Does it change how the game plays?
Well, it depends. That's what I mean. Who knows what they could do with it? Imagine what they could do. They could have 72 player Grand Prix and shit like that. They could do anything.
Yeah.
Amazing. Anyway, look, that's the beef. That's where I'm at with that. Now, Link, you've do you know what? You brought this beef to the table, and I was like,
a couple of times. It's just a concurrent and recurring theme.
This is kind of the problem you want to have, isn't it? Sometimes
it's a good problem. Don't get me wrong. I suppose it's more of a little meatball, a bit of gristle stuck in the teeth. But it's too many games.
Too many games.
It's just, I mean, to sum up to a couple of points, like before we even get to the backlog, I'm just looking at the hours that I've got to put in on the games that I want to finish and play and do
Sword
stuff
Art
on.
Online.
Exactly. Forza Horizon, I've got fucking hours. I've got days.
But
of
do you really want
gaming
to complete that?
Yeah, because you kind of want to. Well, it's not that you want to complete. You just want to be able to go. I can leave that alone. It's now not a necessity, but a choice.
That is your own sort of gaming achievement barrier that you have set. I mean, I don't think it's tangible. You just got a feeling like, yeah, I've kind of done that.
I'm done.
Now.
Yeah. You can, like anything, like you can say about a work of art, if a painting, you can look at it and put so much on it. It gets to a point you just think, yeah, no, that's it. I'm finished.
I've got to binge 7 Bells of shit out of it. I've got to be like,
yeah.
if a Spider-Man game comes out.
Yeah, but my interest sort of wanes somewhat. I sort of get bored really easy and I move on to other shit.
That's why I've got to cane it.
Yeah.
But anyway, sorry man, you're saying your beef. You're like all like, I got too many games to play. But really.
But I've still got a shitload on. Like the end of August is going to be a fucking ball ache unless I get all of this finished before. Because I've got quite a few bits on bobs on pre-order.
August is relatively light. Shadow Mordor.
Yeah, I can care less.
And then so you've got until the end of August, and then
Basically.
come September.
It's and then
that's
it
when
just
shit blows up, and it's just like boom, huge games.
I've got Yakuza at the end of August, Absolver at the end of August.
Yeah.
So that's a month gone, and then obviously throughout the whole of September, you've got obviously Destiny, which to be fair I'm not going to buy, but then I might be tempted by Pro Evo. So who knows? And then I've still got Forza Horizon, which I know I won't have finished by then. I've still got Thimbleweed Park, which I'm going to obviously restart and play it through on hard, so yeah, I'm still going to be on that fucker.
I'm on hard.
I've still got all of Grim Fandango to start, Thingy the other one, Motorcycle Guy Full Throttle to do. I've still got like No Man's Sky to finish, and that's an entire fucking universe, 18 quintillion fucking planets.
Yeah, complete that.
Exactly, so
But isn't this a beef? Isn't this a problem you're making for yourself?
It's a complete first world problem. Don't get me wrong. I know I'm sounding like a complete whiny little bastard.
I got too many games to play. Yeah.
But it's not like I've gone out and bought them willingly. I mean, I've downloaded them willingly. But what are you going to do when you're not very rich and someone says, "Here, it's free"? It's the poison chalice. It's like, yeah, but it's free wine inside. Yeah, but it's poisoned.
But it's wine.
And it's that old Simpsons one, isn't it? Where he's getting the dough. He's like, but it comes with the free frozen yogurt.
For me, yeah.
But the yogurt is cursed.
Oh,
that's bad. That's kind of
what
what
the yogurt. That's it. The sprinkles. Ooh,
that's good.
The sprinkles are good.
I mean, it's basically come down to two things. I either need to get away to either extend my days or allow more time for gaming, i.e. no job. So it's a case of, do I want money and a house and food and electricity to actually play these games, or am I going to try and couch surf with an Xbox?
There was nothing.
Or change your Gregorian calendar, which has been there for thousands of years.
I'm so tempted to do like a no game amnesty sort of.
Just like I have a week where it's just like
No.
I'm going to read.
No, not so much gaming, but I mean as in like no games for like a quarter, like 3 months or something like that. Where you it's back cat, whammy.
I think it's going to have to be that.
Because there's things like Dishonored 2 where I'm like, I need to play that game and I've given it no time. I played like the first like
Diablo
20%.
DLC.
Yeah.
It's just every fucking week though. And then the goddamn sales turn up.
But this
and
is
you're
the
like,
thing.
oh, no, I don't need that. I'm not really too worried about that. Oh, but that's only £1.78. Fuck it, I'll buy it. I'll never play it, but I'll fucking buy it because it's £1.78.
Do you know how many times I bought Baron Marf the Wolf? Just because it's like, there's only £1.68.
Yeah, I've got a fucking copy at home. I nearly bought it on the fucking PlayStation because it was like £2.
Yeah.
I was like, I've got a copy, you fuckwits. It's not like it's on a Switch, because that makes sense, because like, now I can take it portable.
Yeah, I've got it on the Switch.
Yeah, I don't know. All in all, it just basically affords me no time for anything else. Because, like, I've got Ace Affinity to do in Sword Art Online. Like, I can't be bothered to do that, I'll play something else. Well, I've got all of those events to do in Forza Horizon. I can't be bothered with that. I can play some games on Pro Evo. But I've still got a new game plus fucking...
but that's the thing, there are certain games which say, right, if you want to play this game, it's you and me now, fuck them. Like Destiny. If you've got to be on there daily, you've got to be doing your bounties, you've got to be doing, it expects you to show up and invest 2.5 hours and then you can fuck off again, I'll see you tomorrow. And sometimes you want to do that because you get so into a game, you're like, this is amazing, I'm going to fucking smash this. And other times it's just like, I want to be able to balance this, and it's that kind of
I want
damned if you do, damned if you don't. There's no right answer.
If I could be the Guardian in real life, then it would be fantastic. But I can't. I have to be me and do me things and social things and
exactly. Yeah.
So it's one of those. Don't get me wrong. It's a great situation to be in.
Nice problem to have. Yeah.
But in the same way that like when people go, oh, I've just got too much money. They're the kind of people who want to fucking punch in the face.
Yeah.
And keep punching them in the face until they give you some of that money and say, don't worry, I will take that problem away from you.
And what you're saying is you've got too many games.
And I'm going to have like some poor little kid who can't get Xbox Live or Games of Gold or anything like that. He's going to come up and
kicking the crap out of you.
Oh no, he's probably tall enough to punch me in the face.
Yeah.
I think though, if I was to just say have an amnesty and not buy another game until I've cleared the backlog, it's easily a couple of years, because it's not like I'm hardcore and I can go, I'm going to beat this game. It's like, I'm going to try and beat this game. I hope my fucking aged haggard skills are going to keep me through.
Here we go.
Basically, so if I played it properly and tried to complete it, and then obviously give up when I knew I couldn't, it would still take me a couple of years to get through what I've got. And that's like 200 games, I think, close to. Let alone the fucking mobile games.
Frisky.
And GameCube games, because I've acquired a GameCube again. There's some amazing games that I never played.
So your moan is you've got too many games. Yeah. I can see it actually, because I'll be honest with you, I'm probably in a similar situation where...
Well, how many times do you get, like, you bought Horizon Zero Dawn?
Yes.
Like, I really have to play Horizon Zelda.
Yeah, exactly.
And then,
so I can't wait to play that game.
But again, it'll get like 3 years down and you're like, fuck, this game never played Horizon.
And then you play it and you'll be like, that game was amazing. And that's the issue. It's the ones that you're not getting that experience because you're distracted. That's fucking GTA.
Exactly. How many times has it happened? They're like, let's get into this game's out. Oh, but GTA is just up to... That's what it always used to be the trick, wasn't it? It's like, Watch Dogs 2's releasing, but if you've seen, we've got Xbox Garage now. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Fuck you, Watch Dogs, so I'm going to play a proper open world game. It's a difficult decision.
Beef. It's beefy.
Yeah, I don't know what the real beef is, to be honest. I just felt I feel somewhat better now.
There is ramblings and hate straight at you, folks. Enjoy it. Another
wonderfully concise.
Yeah, concise podcast. Enjoy. So look, you know what to do. If you like it and you love it, show some love.
If there's anything that gets your gripe,
let us know. Hit us up. You know where we are. In the meantime, from Angrylink, it's...
I'm going to go and cry into my bevy of games.
Oh dear. And from the Baron, I'm out. Peace.